Welcome, here I've got Huawei MatePad 10.4 and I'm gonna show you how to use the camera Pro mode at this device. So at first we have to tap on the camera button to open it, and for now we are in the standard photo mode. Let's change it by using this settings bar and just simply going up to more. Here we get access to other modes of this camera, and one of this is the Pro mode, so let's pick it. Here we are. This mode gives us possibilities to choose some shooting parameters by ourselves. This is useful when we want to learn photographic skills or making experiments with photography. So let me start with this settings bar. Let's go from the first one button, the white balance. Here we can manage the temperature of our picture. It depends from the light we have in the area where we take a photo. Now, as you can see, we are at the bottom of this settings bar on AWB, so the auto white balance. Let's change this to this one and go up. Here we have the cloudy light, then white fluorescent light, tungsten light, and the sunny light. And when we move to this button, the highest one, we get access to extra slider, and here we can manage our white balance manually in Kelvin degrees. By going down, as you can see, we can make our picture more cold, more blue. By going up, we can make it more warm. So this is how it works. And of course we can easily go back to auto white balance by just tapping again on this AWB button on the settings bar at the bottom. Let's move to the next one option. Here we have the focusing. We are on autofocus with continuous shot. Autofocus is connected also here with single shot, so we can pick between these two on auto. And the highest here is the MF from manual focus. Now we get access to this slider and we can manage our focusing like that. Of course, we can easily go back to one of the autofocuses, so let's stay here and let's move to the next one option, the exposure compensation. Here we can manage the light of our picture. By using this slider and going down, we can make it more dark. By going up, we can make it more bright, more lightful. At the center we have 0 parameters, so of course there's no problem to go back to auto exposure compensation. And now let's move to the next one option, the shutter speed. Here we can change the time of taking picture. We are on auto, as you can see, the A letter button is on the blue now. When we use this slider, we can change our time. This is on white now, and we can pick between 1 and 4,000 of seconds. This is the shortest time here, and this should be definitely better to objects that are, for example, in move to frozen them at the picture. And by going up, we can make our time much longer. The longest is 8 seconds here. So it should be definitely better to objects that are stable. Of course, we can easily go back to auto shutter speed by tapping on this A letter button at the bottom of the slider. Now let's move to the next one option, the ISO. Here we can change camera's sensitivity to light, and we can make it less sensitive from 50 on this slider. By going up, more sensitive to 1 and 6,000 of it, so this is really wide spectrum like this kind of camera. And of course we can go back easily to auto ISO by tapping on A letter button at the bottom. I want to show you here one extra thing also when we use ISO manually and the shutter speed together. So these two parameters are kind of exposure compensation. Now, as you can see, when we move back to exposure compensation button, it is locked because we can manage the light by using these two parameters. So if you need to use this one with exposure compensation, you have to set ISO or shutter speed on auto, one of these parameters. Now this is unlocked. And now let's move to the last one button here. So this is the metering. We can pick the matrix metering, also the center weighted and the spot. And this is how to change them. Now let's move to the left side. I want to show you one button, the RAW format. Here by just one tap we can turn it on and another tap to turn it off. So RAW format is really pro thing because this is format that saves more details at our picture with better quality, and it is used by professional photographers to post-producing pictures after taking them. So this is really pro feature here. And I want to show you also the button with I letter in the left corner. When we tap here, we can read about all of these settings, so you can also learn from this. And this is how to use them. Now let me take a picture by changing them. So let me stay, for example, on white fluorescent light. Maybe let me stay on focusing on auto. The exposure compensation, let's leave it because I want to use the shutter speed and the ISO. So the shutter speed here and the ISO maybe here. And the mattering maybe spot. To see the photo, let's move to this button from the right that follows us straight to the gallery. And this is how it looks like. Thanks for watching, subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.